Welcome to Readings by Patty, and this is Scorpio's energies leading in and around October. So happy to have you here. I feel that Scorpio has a lot of options, but you need to connect to yourself to see if having all these options is really the healthiest and happiest way to look at things. All right, guys. I do feel that you need to take a look on the inside and connect to yourself and see what you truly want and what really connects to you. It's time to take a wider look at things. All right, Scorpio. I just want to say that this is not a personal read, so take what fits and leave the rest, as well as I will give a bonus read to whichever video gets the most views. Like and comment and let me know what's up. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this, Scorpio. I feel that you may be looking at the options all the time. Like there's always options, there's always opportunities, there's always somebody else, there's always another job, there's always another way, okay? But it depends on how we look at it. Because sometimes, because we have options, we don't really focus on what we have, okay? And what is best for us, because there's all these options all the time. So why do we have to worry about what's going on in the here and now? But it all has the way you look at it, okay, Scorpio? So I do feel that, like I said, adjacent doors, sure. If one door closes, another one opens. There is always options, but make the healthier and happier choices for you. If you're in a hostile situation, fine. But if it's you being hostile because you have other options and you don't have to be any other way, well, then you got to start changing your mindset on that. Is having all these options really the best thing for Scorpio, is what I'm saying. I do feel that you have to rest and recharge and connect to yourself and see what you truly want. You can't keep going and coming and wanting and not wanting and then changing your mind because of these options or other options. Don't close your mind to the options, but know there's always options. So say you take another option and that's not what you wanted. That's okay because you got another option. Oh, that option's not what, so that's okay. I want another option. So maybe you should be looking at your situation in a way that you're more positive. And so you got the abundance card, and it's all in the way that we look at things. It is the law of attraction. It is my most law of attraction card in this deck that I'm using. And it is this guy here. He lost some change down in the drain, and he's like, oh my God, I lost it down there. There's no point. Forget it. It's not worth it. I'm going to go drink because there's a beer over there. Then the little girl who dreams of bigger, better things and know there's going to be obstacles and challenges, but don't give up on that dream of owning her home. So she drops the change and she's like, I'm going to get it out. I know there's a way to get that change and make that change into something beautiful and magical. So maybe if you're in a situation right now, you might be the one that's looking at it a little, oh, well, there's more over there. Or you could be the person that puts in everything and it's not working out. And then you do have to look at your other options, ones that are healthier and happier for you. But don't trick yourself into thinking because there's other options that this is not the right thing, is all I'm saying. Because there is a deep spiritual connection, a soulmate connection, one that is undeniable and one that you can't shake. It could be a karmic soulmate connection, one that you have to learn your lessons from and come out better on the other side. However, it is really truly in how you look for it. If you don't really want that kind of deep connection, then yeah, you got all the options in the world and you can bounce from one option to the next option to the next option if you truly want. But you need to start looking at it in a wider picture of what it is that you want. You have to make some decisions and choices that maybe you're having a hard time with, Scorpio. Um, so in the past, life changed. The truth of the matter, something died and had to come back to life in another way. Whatever it is that had to resurrect, or the new you, or the new way of living, or your new life that had happened in the past, whatever changes happened to you in the past because something had to be. You may have been going around listening to too many other people's opinions. Too many people's opinions, suggestions, right? Everybody got an opinion. It does not mean that it has to be our opinion. So Scorpio has to figure out what they want and stop listening to other people. And they have to choose their options. And they have to choose what's best for them. But you also have to look at it in this way that you can grow it and nurture it and bring something to it. So you got the manifestation cards, you got this awareness, but there's some kind of shady shit on top of it. So that's why I said, are you playing your own game in your own head? Kind of thing. Are you going to be constantly seeking the next option because this current thing is not making you happy? If this current thing is not making you happy, then by all means, move on. But don't try to manifest something based on other people's opinions and wanting something to so you can move on with other options. All I'm saying. But yet, at the same time, you're struggling to make that decision to actually do it. You're holding on tight. Why are you holding on tight if there's so many options? Is it because it's such a deep connection? Are you really in your own head? What are you creating in this connection? Are you doing teamwork? Are you coming together? Are you building a solid foundation, one that's built on something? Because you may want that, but you got to stop looking at so many options. You either put an end to it and go on with your options, or you look at the whole thing and you put an end to the way that you're looking at it and you breathe new life. It's all up to you on how you perceive and move forward, okay? I also believe you do have a lot of hope. It's like you're trying to make yourself positive and hopeful and optimistic that you can put an end to something, possibly put an end to this connection. But again, it's how you're looking at it. So are you're almost manifesting the end of this situation. You think that ending it's going to make you happy. And if that's the case, then absolutely. But you gotta take the leadership and the ownership of whether you're gonna complete it and go on, because that's gonna make you happier, or you're gonna see what you have and stop looking at your other options because you think your other options are better than what you have, and they're gonna bring. So are you tricking yourself? Because the next situation, unless you do and look at these things and connect to yourself and know what you want and what truly makes you happy, you're just going to go around in the same cycle over and over, because every time there's a better option, there's another option. Why do I have to worry about this? Why do I have to put in this? Why? So you have to finally make that decision and that choice, Scorpio, in what you truly want. Okay? Have the confidence. Have the self-esteem and the self-worth and value to truly either end it or put it where it needs to be put. Okay, you want brand new beginnings, you want to grow things, and you want to make things into something great. Well, that takes stability, that takes time, that takes effort, and that takes growth, okay? And that takes time. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. However, he is the most stable. So what is going to make you the most stable and the most happiest? So you have choices to make, but make the right choice, not based on just the fact that there's other options. You are the creator of what you gain and how you make things be. So are you going to look at it in the, oh, well, there's more? Or are you going to look into the value of the situation? So leading into your blocks, there's some toxic shit here. I'm sorry. There's some kind of codependency, toxic energy, some unhealed business. Could be addictions. It could be many, many things. Growth came out sideways. So you still have a lot of growth and healing to do. But as long as you're indecisive in making choices and decisions, you're not going to be able to move forward. And it's like you're willing yourself to move forward. You believe that if you move forward, all your problems will be fixed. Okay? But until you do the growth and the healing and looking at, well, being so nonchalant, who cares? There's more. Well, if you believe there's more, then you're going to live in that always seeking more. Nothing will ever be quite good enough for you, Scorpio, unless you really truly look at making this choice and decision. You're either in or you're out. You can't be in two minds here. Right? So stop and pay attention to what's going on here inside of you by connecting to yourself and making the right choices, ones that are going to be the best and ones that do bring in the most happiness. You can go from option to option all you want, but what is it inside telling you? Okay? So take this time, take this standstill, take this opportunity to observe things from all angles and finally make a decision and a choice on the right things that are going to make it a healthy, happy choice. But don't fool yourself on what everybody else got to say. And don't trick yourself into believing something else. Just be aware. And if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. It's okay, Scorpio, to make a choice and a decision that's going to move you forward. You can't stay stuck anymore. You have to complete cycles and move forward. You have to either breathe new life into this, or you need to just go and check out your options. But if those options ain't everything they're cracked up to be, you're going to have to keep on looking at your options, is all I'm saying. And if you truly are holding out hope and optimism that you're going to put an end to this connection, then just do it. Okay, it's the healthiest way to do it, but connect to yourself, look at it for what it is, and understand it. And then you can start making those decisions and choices that are going to move you forward. Until then, Scorpio, that's what I got for you for October. Many blessings until next time. And don't forget to comment so that we can get the most views and you'll get the bonus reading. Till next time, guys, take care.